Unfortunately, I did not get to play in my annual giant round of golf, like with 9 people on one tee box. But for good reason, Ryan.
What's the good reason?
We shot a fuckload of bears. There was no time to golf.
Can you put a number on
Okay.
that float?
Night 1, 7 bears. Jesus. Night 2, 3 more. I left. They shot 2 more the next night, and then 1 more the night after that, for a grand total, I think, of 14 bears on the ground.
13, I think.
13 bears on the ground. It is an insane, and most bears the camp has ever gotten in a weekend.
How many guys didn't shoot one?
Just me, pretty much.
Really?
Pretty much just me. Me and my brother-in-law. There's like 300 or 400. It's a really big group of hunters, obviously, if there's 14 bears killed.
Just bow or bow and rifle? Bow
and rifle. So some of the land is a bow hunting only reserve. And then some of the other land that other people hunt is gun. But they're just dropping like flies this year. There's bears everywhere. Like the only bear I saw was we almost hit one on the way out from the stand, crossing the road.
Shit.
So there's work to be done. So no golfing, which is fine. I did get around in that Friday I had off before I went. But completely different vibe of the 12 people on one tee box.
Can I get some can I get some bear meat?
I'm sure you'll be able to. There's going to be a fuckload of it.
Yeah.
I know I'll sauce you a few packages of bear sausage.
Is that what the hat's for today?
No, this hat is put on because I thought my favorite hat was in my car after I got out of the shower, and then it wasn't, and this hat was in my office.
So that's not your favorite hat? But
no, I do like this hat.
Okay.
It is
nice
fitting.
Hat.
It is. It's the reason I chose it from my office. Yes, but I typically don't wear this one.
Gotcha.
If you by chance were personally injured on a bear hunt, is there any possibility you could get helped out with that?
So I don't have that answer for you, Ryan, but I absolutely know where I could find that answer. It would be from our presenting sponsor, Russell Nicolay at Nicolay Law. And guess what?
So there's options.
Obviously, it's not happening this week because I didn't tell any of you. Russell is confirmed coming on the pod to answer our golf lawyer questions.
IP or over the phone?
IP.
Like he's coming here?
No, over the phone.
Oh.
I don't know why I said IP. I was thinking intellectual property.
In person.
IP address?
Yeah. No, it'll be our IP once he comes on.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. Let's stack the questions up then. Maybe we should take some questions from the listeners.
Absolutely.
Too.
And once I get the firm date dialed in, we'll for sure throw up somewhere for you guys to submit your lawyer questions.
I ain't throwing up. I threw up a couple weeks ago. I didn't feel good.
No.
But we will toss up some questions.
Yes, we will. And obviously make sure they're golf related. And we're going to probably do it a week or so in advance because he is a personal injury lawyer. And one of the things that lawyers do the best is research. So there might be a few questions he'll need to research. And
previous court cases.
He will answer them. Yes, he's going to pull a book for us. So
okay. Yeah, we're gonna get down to the brass tacks.
Yes, absolutely. And all of our golf worries will be gone. So yeah, if you get injured on the course in the meantime, or in the bear woods, or even at work, check out nicolaylaw.com.
Okay. Did I tell you guys last week that I was gonna try and hit a solo round this last weekend?
I don't recall.
No, you didn't.
So. Okay, well, I had a free round that I got for my birthday out at the lake course.
Okay,
we'll call it the lake. We'll call it Thumper Pond.
Exposed.
You've named this course 1,000 times. You're like, I don't know.
I know. So here's the deal leading up to it. I had thought that another buddy was going to be out at the lake, so I'm trying to coordinate with him on getting 2 spots on a tee time. This is like Thursday afternoon, probably Wednesday, Thursday afternoon. They book out quick. It's Labor Day weekend. I'm thinking, all right, I need to get on this quick. I'm like, okay, hey, you let me know ASAP. He's like, well, I can't go. I'm like, all right, well, this is a perfect time to test out my method of how to automatically get a solo round in with nobody else around.
We did talk strategy of this. So
we did talk strategy. So what I did when I was trying to confirm with my buddy, I was looking at tee times. There was a 7:20 a.m. tee time for 3 people. So one random had already booked there. The first tee time of the day at Thumper Pond is 7:10. I'm like, okay, second tee time is fine. Hopefully pace plays all right. When he told me he couldn't go, I looked back at the 720. There's one spot left. So there's a twosome, a random, and then there's this guy, me, right here. I'm thinking, okay, well, this could actually be a decent time because there's another random and then just two guys that know each other, right? But then I got to thinking about, and who knows, the content could have been great. You never know what you're going to get with a random. And as much as I wanted to test that out and see what would happen, I decided to go the alternative route of what we talked about last week and getting to the course early, 6:45, 6:50.
Okay, I was going to ask you, what's early for you? Like at 6:45 is a perfect number if you want to get out before the 7:10 group.
Yes. Getting to the course, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes before the first tee time goes out. So I think I rolled up to the course at 6:45. I went in and paid. And my plan was to get my cart and just go off the first tee. Shout out to Thumper Pond because it was the head pro who I know a little bit. When he took my payment, he's like, "Hey, you're a solo paired up with other people. You can just, if you want to grab your cart and just go, you can."
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
like,
Damn.
Fuck yeah.
okay. I was going to do
him.
that anyway.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
Hey, you just confirmed right here that that's exactly what I'm doing. So
Was this, when you say right after you paid, was it after you slipped him a 20?
slipped him nothing because I slipped him $25 because I had to pay for the cart. I only had a free round. I didn't have a free cart with it. But hey, carts used to be $28 out there. Now they're $25.
They're listening.
Ooh.
Hey, baby steps, guys.
I don't know if
Inflation going down.
And I would have thought because it's Labor Day, I mean, maybe $30 a cart. But no, $25 a cart. And you guys, I'm at this point of the season where I had to buy a sleeve of balls because everything in my bag was either like scuffed up Schlosinger or fucking old Max Fly that's looked like it was waterlogged or whatever. So I grab my cart, I get up to the first tee, and it could not have been any more beautiful out that morning with the sun coming up. The wind was 5 to 10 miles an hour. There was no it was 55 degrees. So it's like, it could have been chilly, but there's no wind. So it was fucking perfect. I hit the first tee box and if you want to talk about striping a drive, that's exactly what I did.
Hell yeah.
On a second
Hell
ball.
yeah.
No,
On the second ball.
I didn't use the B ball until hole 2.
Ooh.
Hole 2, I'm like, things are feeling good on hole 1. Let's fucking give her a rip again. Here go the other fairway. No, it was actually close to the other green because the next hole 3, the green comes towards the tee box or is towards the tee box on 2. Anyway, it was a fucking unbelievable start to the morning. I have a solo tee time. I had a 7:20 tee time, but I started my round at 6:53. And I cruised through that entire round, you guys, in 2 hours and 5 minutes.
18
holes.
Let's go, dude.
Nobody in front of me. The wind was non-existent. The sun was coming up. I don't know if you guys saw the Instagram story. I was like, I have to post this right now.
And you also had almost a nightmare scenario.
Did you guys see the video?
Of course we saw the video.
So this is on hole 13, and hole 13 is that day I was playing 175 yards. There was, a little bit of wind in my face, but I'm like, all right, I got to juice a 7-iron if I'm going to juice anything, because a 6 is going to put me on the back, and I don't want to be on the back. It's downhill putt. The sun is directly in my eyes. So luckily, I've been teeing balls up on par 3s more lately. Before I used to just go off the deck, but I've been teeing them up just a hair off the grass. And it makes a huge difference for me anyways.
I prefer it as well.
Do you really? I have no preference. Been teeing them up lately. The ball comes off the club, goes into the sun. I'm like, well, fuck, that felt kind of good, but I also don't know where it's at. Luckily it came back above the sun. Tracking, it's directly at the pin. I told myself, I said, if this is the right club, this could possibly go in. When it landed, it sounded like it hit the pin. So at that point, I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm like, I may have just hit a hole in one.
Well, you did the right thing. You recorded it from the tee box.
Record it from the tee box.
Like the only thing you could have done better, but you didn't know this going into it, is film the swing. So there was never a break in the footage.
Yeah.
But there's no way you can anticipate that. And if you did do that, you just jinx it.
Exactly. No, I probably would have ended up in the fucking fescue or the bunker or
Right.
something. So I heard something. It sounded like the pin. When I started to get closer to the green, I see my ball about 2 feet past the pin. And at that moment, it was very disheartening, but also I was by myself.
Right. If
There-
it goes in by yourself and you have that video, I'm like, well, I didn't see the swing. I don't know. Did he?
He planted the ball, came back to the tee box.
Yeah, did he?
And it's not like there was a group behind me that like I could have fucking screamed and shouted with. The group behind me was 4 holes back. So as I'm walking up, did you guys see me try and flip the camera?
Yeah, you struggled.
No, because
Look like Grandpa Dave.
no, I was filming the video. I was filming it as a video, not an Instagram story or Snapchat. You can't flip you can't flip the camera on just a regular video. So as I'm getting up to the ball, I see where the ball mark is, and it's 2 inches from the cup.
If that.
So not only did I dunk a hole in one,
Almost.
or sorry. Not only did I almost dunk a hole in one, but had I done that, I would have been by myself, and I don't know who I would have called first.
Who would you have called first?
I'd have called my buddy Adam.
Okay. I was going to say, is it your wife or your golfing buddies?
No, I've been trying to talk to my wife about golf lately, and she still doesn't care. So, and I always preface it with like, I appreciate you listening to this. I got to tell you this story about.
Just let me get it out. You don't even have to listen. Just be in the room.
Put the earbuds
this
in.
is near hole in one on number 13 at Thumper. You know number 13.
Just
at
go.
Thumper, right?
Hey, pull your phone up. Watch our story quick. Just do it.
Yeah.
Watch it.
So now on the flip side, the proof of the solo hole in one would have been the pitch mark.
Yeah, you could have thrown it really hard at the green, set that up.
Yeah, but who? Also, to live with that on my conscience, I couldn't.
I know you wouldn't do that, but that's what the comments would say.
Now, a tap in birdie putt. You saw the birdie putt. No, I didn't re-record. I didn't delete the first video when I missed.
Why would you even say that? Now I think you did it.
I didn't.
It definitely did. I think in the video you said, I thought it hit the pin. It definitely did hit the pin off the bounce.
It had to have, but
For sure.
The thing is, it didn't it had to have just nicked the pin because it was almost directly past the pitch mark next to the cup. I would have figured it would have deflected either which direction from the pitch mark. That's why I didn't know if it did or not. I could have swore I heard something, and my ears, I don't know, ears don't lie.
I don't know.
Apparently.
My thought was just if it lands that close and doesn't hit the pin, it would have rolled way further past.
For sure.
So it had to have hit the pin. Otherwise, you'd have been 8 feet past.
Yeah. That was the only birdie I had all day. And things kind of things kind of fell apart after that.
You're riding a high, dude. The come down.
I was riding the highest of highs. Tyler, my first hole in one would have been solo, would that have kind of sucked?
I think so. I mean, it would have sucked in the light of it's awesome that you got a hole in one, but it would have sucked if that's your first one. You know what I mean?
I know.
I know. Even if you're like Miles's brother who didn't celebrate that much when he got his, you celebrating him around him had to have made that way better than if you had got it
for
by
sure.
himself.
Well, and I mean, it was on his brother's bachelor party. There was 9 or 10 guys there.
Right. And I think honestly, his scenario is perfect because if I know anything about, I'm raising 3 boys, the brotherly rivalry to get a hole in one at your brother's bachelor party is just like a little extra.
When you have now 1 hole in one, your brother has 0.
Yep. And it's supposed to be his special day.
Yeah.
And you just rip that from your brother. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of glad. I'm still chasing some, right? I'm still chasing the hole in one.
You would have been happy about it if you'd have got that hole in one, but not as happy as you could have been.
Oh, I would have been fucking stoked. Because number one, I had it on video. Number two, I always play that hole like shit. Number three, it was, I shit you not, it was the coolest round I've ever played in terms of weather and like just playing by myself. First guy out, nobody around me. It was like a dream come true.
You've golfed alone before.
One time.
One other time. Now that you've done it twice, you have the control. Now you have another one to add to your experiment. What are your thoughts on golfing solo?
I don't think it gets much better.
I agree.
The only thing that gets better is golfing with like your best three buddies, your best three golf partners in a foursome. When the pace of play is good, the drinks are flowing, and it's a beautiful day out.
And like, I don't want to knock, because all of my golf friends listen to this podcast. I don't want to knock golfing with them, because I do love golfing with them. It's an absolute blast. But there's just something different about golfing alone. It's fun and it's peaceful at the same time.
It couldn't get more peaceful.
Right. Again, I like I said, I enjoy the conversation in the golf cart and stuff, but just to have the silence between shots. I mean, maybe this is because I'm a parent and I live in perpetual noise that
I think it is.
that I like golfing alone so much.
Yeah.
But there's just something to it, dude. I fucking love it.
I get bored. Like I just want like somebody to like either chirp me or talk to, because it's like I'm just sitting there with my own thoughts, and I'm like,
You must be very mentally healthy, because I chirp myself.
I do sometimes.
I do too. I mean, I think I could have recorded an entire solo podcast by myself in the cart.
Oh, that would have been great content.
You almost
my
did,
God.
trying to flip the camera around.
God. After I double
He's
tapped,
looking down at it like an old guy. That was my favorite part of the whole story.
I double tapped it twice, so 4 taps, and it didn't turn, and I immediately gave up. There was no second guessing, like, how do I get this on? Because then I would have looked like an absolute boomer.
I already do.
And then I like a front facing camera. Then I just turned it to the bat, and it's like, okay.
You can't
I
have
hope
any,
I'm
can't
getting
have
the
any,
shot.
And the reason I did that was because if there would have been a cut in the video, then
Can't have any
there's
cuts.
questions to be asked. So
Hey,
I
a lot of
rolled with
split
it.
decisions you had to make. Yeah, I think you made the right ones.
Yeah. Also, for some odd reason, so I didn't lose a single ball the entire round. I bought a sleeve of 3. I also had probably 10 shit balls in my bag. I only needed 1 ball, and for some odd reason, the errant shots that I did have, I found them right away.
Nice.
And it's like, okay, if I would have been with another buddy or a group of 4 or whatever, like I'm not finding those
You
shots.
lose where your ball is when you're at someone else's shot. Like,
Yeah, you got to
when
watch
we went
the
to
other shot.
Castleton the other day, your first drive, we absolutely should have found that ball.
Where was that
But
ball?
we had to go hit mine first, and then we had to go find your second one. And then your first drive, we absolutely should have found it. And it was just not there.
And then there's happened to be there's no one on the entire course. There happened to be a group right behind.
Yeah, we
us.
had the only tee time of the entire day, and then we tee off on one, and then we had someone walk in.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So I ended up shooting 81, and it's a true 81 with 1 breakfast ball. That was on hole number 2.
So actually a 95.
So well, if we're being honest, 96.
Okay.
But I'll put my foot down right now, and I will say that golfing solo is the best way to golf.
Dude, it's just so peaceful, and I don't know, it's calm. It's like the only time I ever in a sport where I feel calm is when I golf by myself. Like, I never once felt calm playing football. I never once felt calm in like track or wrestling.
Yeah.
Like what other sport is there ever like moments of calm like that? I don't think there is any.
I think there is.
Unless like you're talking like, I don't know, competitive kayaking. I don't know. You're on a glass lake. I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't think
competitive fishing, I feel like is probably pretty.
Yeah, but I think that also gets pretty stressful too, though.
I'm sure,
because like if
but-
you lose one at the boat, you're freaking out. You're like getting pissed at yourself.
True.
Where even if I'd have shot a 90, Like, yeah, fuck, I wish I would have played better, but also like,
Yeah, look, even the bad shots when you're alone,
they don't even matter.
it does not affect me nearly as much when I'm by myself and I hit a terrible shot.
Doesn't even matter. You can focus on your shots a little bit more. And I mean, the thing is too, it's like you get your distance on 18 birdies, you grab a club because you know what you're going to hit. You hit it, boom, you're off.
Dude, this is the perfect golf scenario. You almost did it exactly. I mean, maybe you did. You show up, you're the first tee time of the day. Little bit of dew on the grass, sun's peeking up over the trees. It's 65 degrees. You've got a pullover on and a cup of coffee just steaming in your push cart, and you just go. You're the only one leaving putt lines on the greens in the dew.
There's smoke coming off the water. You guys see the smoke coming off the water?
A little steamy out there. Fucking loons are going nuts. Whatever waterfowl is going nuts. You hear some noises out there.
The grass is super dewy.
God, dude.
I was like, I was damn near in tandem with the guy that was the greenskeeper that was cutting new holes. And so I had a couple conversations with him, and fuck, he couldn't have been in a better mood.
God,
he's
good.
He's the first time we like ran across each other, he's like, how about this weather? And I'm like, yes,
incredible.
Literally, does it get any better than this?
No.
I don't think it does.
Sounds like you're living like a little Disney movie.
I kind of if you sort of feel like a little Disney princess when you're golfing by yourself. The birds are chirping with you like Snow White. Like
you can fucking hit two balls, especially if you're the first tee time. You got to get out before the first tee time though. And now after experiencing that and trying it out, yes, I would have gone off anyways. Had the guy at the front desk not said anything, but the fact that he said, "Hey, you can just you can go out whenever you're ready." Peace of mind, and knowing that I can probably do that going forward as well.
Right. That's so. The first time I ever did it, I asked, and then after that, I just do it because he already said I could do it once. Why can't I do it another time?
Correct. So it sounds like they're cool with it, and also like they don't have to worry about you holding up the group behind you.
No, you're not causing any problems.
Not at all. So I think that is now a hill that I'll die on. Golfing solo is one of the most peaceful rounds that you'll ever get.
I'm with you 100% on that.
And Trevor, to piggyback on your point, I think the reason that you want conversation still is because like Tyler and I being a little bit older and having kids and screaming and all that type of shit, we have lived your life already, like your phase of life already. And now we're just looking for more peace.
Yep.
To where you're looking for like your buddies to be around and I was there too, but I think you give yourself 4 or 5 more years and you'll think the same thing.
You start
squirting from kids.
Yeah, you start squirting out some kids, Trevor. When you find your lucky
God, I
ladies.
hope not.
Is that how that happens?
Yeah,
Wait,
you'll
what?
figure it out too.
Okay.
You're almost married.
Now on
Next
Almost.
step after that.
2 years from now.
on the flip side of things, me and the boys got a mini golf trip planned.
Mini golf trip.
So we're heading down to the Casino.
Okay, so
Straight south of here.
Can we clarify here quick? Are you going for like a couple days, or are you going to play mini golf?
We're going to play a full round of 18, 6,000 yard course.
Okay, so you're not playing miniature golf. You're
No,
going
it's-
on a golf trip that is short.
Yeah. It's like a mini moon. This is like
Yes.
a mini golf trip.
It's a
Not
one
mini
dayer or 2 dayer.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Next weekend we're heading down to the casino.
Okay.
Sportsbook at the casino.
Trevor's famous there.
Week two of the NFL.
Hey, will you put some Vikings futures in for me when you're down there?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, just shoot me the cash.
Okay.
So Saturday we're gonna go down. We're gonna hit the sportsbook. UFC 308, I believe it's 308 at the Sphere in Vegas that Saturday night. Gonna watch that at the sportsbook. Sunday morning, and mind you, the main event, UFC main events start at 9 p.m. They usually don't get done till like 12:30, 1 o'clock, depending on how the fights go. We have an 8 a.m. tee time the next day,
Ooh.
which is totally fine.
Hey, you might as well just gamble all the way until your tea time. Just wear your golf clothes to the fight that
For
night.
sure. Yeah.
And just walk out to the first tee.
Well, and then I'll be the air out all the smoke too while I'm outside. So we got an 8 a.m. tee time the next day. We're playing 18. It's 4 guys, and I mean it's gonna. You talk about golf and solo, and then this type they're 2 completely different golfing rounds.
Hey, both are
But they're
fun.
both
I don't want to
awesome.
I don't want to knock golfing in the group because it is
Agreed.
a fucking blast.
Dude, and it worried me a little bit too because the hotel at the casino was fully booked for the last 2 weeks. So my buddy who's in the Air Force, he likes to book stuff like this because he gets military discount. So he's been calling for the last 2 weeks, and they don't take wait lists. So he's just been calling every day. Hey,
Every day, any cancellations?
Any rooms available? Any cancellations? Nothing for the last 2 weeks. Locked one down yesterday.
Hell yeah.
Good to go, baby.
Beautiful.
Good to go.
If somebody bails out,
Okay.
give me a call.
Fun
Alright,
little
good to know.
story about our boy Trevor here is he is mildly famous at that casino.
I am.
Commercial.
Yep.
Yep.
You got any free buffets or anything?
I don't. I wish.
Didn't you get a free round of golf for being in that
We were
commercial?
supposed to. We never got it.
Oh, dude.
I'll ask him about that
Expose
when I head
him.
down there.
Yep.
You just go to the first employee.
Yeah,
One that has absolutely no idea what the hell you're talking about. Like, hey, you guys owe my friend Trevor a lot of golf.
yeah.
Or free games.
Yes.
And I recently sold my PXG Gen 6s because we got Gen 7s. And so, I mean, I got, and it was cold hard cash too. I got cash to throw down the
There we go.
Damn.
There we go.
Let's go.
roulette. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. That's all I got for the weekend. I'm also gonna do this first tee time out solo. I'm also gonna do this on Friday morning.
Hell yeah. I think you can make it. It used to be my tradition,
Dude, it's
a weekly deal.
It's the best.
All right, I
I'm done
think
talking.
we should take a break, and then I'm going to tell you about one of the most intense / shit show rounds of 3-putt poker I've ever played. Here we go. Okay, so just me and a buddy played on Friday, Mapleton, 9 holes. That was it.
What time?
9 o'clock before I hit the road.
Losers.
Okay.
Kidding.
We
Early
played-
bird gets the worm, Tyler.
It's my buddy Rick, who I told him I wouldn't name him, but too late. Sorry, Rick. That got out drove by my son, my 4-year-old son, twice. So Rick's learning golf, and we decided to play 3-putt poker because that was my favorite game to play when I was learning golf. And it ended up being the biggest shit show / most intense round of 3-putt poker I've ever played.
Really?
Because going into the final hole,
18th?
I did 9. We only played 9. I did not have a single 1-putt.
Oh my God.
Damn.
So Rick, who had more 3-putts than me, had gotten a 1-putt on the second hole. So it was just an automatic win of all the money if I didn't get a single 1-putt. And I didn't. I only had I think I only had 1 3-putt, but I just 2-putted the entire round, and it's just a loss. And we get to the last hole, and I hit a terrible shot. I'm like 40 yards to the right, basically.
It's par 3.
Par 3. Yep, par 3. I'm like 40 yards to the right, basically on another tee box. And I chip it up, and it's going to be super close to just getting onto the green. And I'm sitting here rooting for it to stop on the fringe.
Fuck yeah.
And it stops millimeters from being on the green. And you've never seen anyone celebrate harder about missing a green on a second shot on a par 3 than I did that day.
Hell
So
yeah.
then I putted it within like 8 inches off of the fringe, made my 1-putt, and still lost the fucking money.
So you each had 1 card?
He ended up getting, he 1-putted on the last hole as well.
Okay.
So he had 2 cards. I had 1 card. It was basically high card wins. No, he didn't. He only had 1. It was just high card wins. We each had 1-putt and high card wins, and he won. So he got all the cash.
He got all of his cash back from 3-putt.
Yeah. And he ended with the chip too. So like I was sitting so pretty the whole round. Like I was not putting bad. It was just 2 putts the whole goddamn time.
Yeah.
And I kept blowing it. Every time I had a good 1-putt, I'd choke. It was like on hole 8, I had a 2-footer. Missed it. Just rang around the cup. On hole 4, I had a 3-footer. Bounced off the pin. Like I hammered it. It was just, I kept choking playing 3-putt poker, my favorite game. I couldn't believe it. I was getting so upset.
That's one thing I forgot to mention about my round is through 18 holes, Tyler, I had one putt.
And 81 still good.
Yes. I was hitting GIRs. I was 2-putting majority of everything. I had one putt, and I think I 3-putted 3 times. My average putts after 18 holes was 2.1 putts per hole, which is not good.
It's not terrible.
But it's not good either.
Yeah.
It could be 3.
It could
It could be more than 3.
It could be 2.2.
yeah, it could have been better, but it also could have been worse.
But to preach to the effectiveness of 3-putt poker, it is hands down the best Rick has ever putted. Like, have you ever played with him?
Yeah, we played at your bachelor party.
Okay.
I didn't play with him, but
Yeah, since then, I mean, it's not odd to see Rick 4 or 5 putt.
okay.
And he didn't do any of that. Like he had a couple like true 3 putts, but none of the blow it 10 feet past, go back downhill, blow it 12 feet more, like which he did the first time we ever golfed together. So 3-putt poker, it remains an actual effective tool to improve your putting.
Dude, if it without practicing your putting, because it's tough to just like go out, even guys like us, we don't know how to really practice putting. We go to the putting green and we just like throw some balls down. Yeah, you hit a couple 20 footers right away, then maybe a couple 10 footers, and then whatever. 3-putt poker is the best game to play on the course to get better at putting.
Right. And that there was no gimmies unless it was like 2 inches.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, which like normally like I'm giving him all the 2.5ers.
Yeah,
and this
graveyard
time,
gimme 6 feet and under.
Yep. So he had to like actually putt him out, and he putted well. And I think that's like it forces you to think about it rather than just like walking up and on
Correct.
1 foot and tapping your 2-footer and it misses and be like, well, I would have made it if I focused, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'll stand by that. It's the best game without practicing to get better at putting.
Yes, without a doubt. And you have never seen anyone. I acted like I hit a hole in one when my ball didn't get on the green.
Oh, I would have been fucking stoked too. Because I mean, not that it matters, but how much were you guys playing for? Buck.
We did $5 in right away,
Yep.
and then $5 for the chip, and then $1 for every 3-putt.
Perfect.
So I think I had like $6 on the line. Rick had like 13 because he had the chip.
Yep.
And I mean, so it's not like we're playing for tons of money, but Rick was fucking chirping me the last 4 holes. So I was getting competitive, which I usually don't.
Really?
And then this is the guy that I publicly shamed on the podcast weeks before, my 4-year-old out driving him, beating me. Like I'm gonna gift him a win. Not happening. And then I did anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
He still won. But at least I would have felt shitty not getting a single card, dude, and just like, here's your $6.
Yeah. Well, and it just shows you like you play 3-putt poker with any handicap you want. So
Yeah, absolutely.
let's say Rick's a 35 handicap. He damn near he beat you being a 16, 17 handicap.
Yep.
And I think that's also another way that to like enjoy the round.
For
a little
sure.
more. Hey,
It absolutely evens the playing field.
Yeah.
And the best thing about 3-putt poker is that anyone, as long as you 1-putt at least once, has a chance to win, but it still rewards good play.
Yes.
So like, let's say Ryan has 4 1-putts and I have 2, he still has a better chance of beating me, but I still have a chance. So I don't feel like this is a waste of fucking time. There's no way I win.
Agreed. Is there any games you can play as a solo? Like just like, I mean, games against yourself, one ball against the other. Like what? I guess I've never really thought about that.
I mean, is there a solitaire for golf?
I don't think so.
I mean, you can, the only thing you can do is experiment, right?
Because not like you
Yeah.
can play, you can't like play, you can't, you can't play fucking skins like one ball against the other because then you're just paying yourself.
Yeah,
know?
there's obviously no gambling games you can play alone, but you could make some shit up in your head like 85 today. I got to beat that.
Got to beat that. Otherwise, I have to run my truck into the ditch.
Yeah. Nice. Here's what you can do.
walk home.
Hey,
Yeah.
You got your Thumper Pond scorecard still?
No.
Okay,
I
never
use
mind.
scorecard anymore.
Next time, keep your scorecard and just play yourself from the last round.
That's that. Okay. I don't mind that.
Because I have like 100 scorecards just shoved into my bag. Maybe
Yeah.
I could start doing that.
Yeah, it's not a bad
Like
idea.
me versus me.
Yeah, I've never really thought about that because you're just good. You're going out and you're playing stroke play against nobody.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be something you could play
Playing
alone.
stroke play against your handicap, I guess.
Yeah, but that's just normal golf.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Nothing. I don't think there is.
I don't know. Like you could do a greens and regulation game. You could do a putts game.
Because the thing is, there's no reward at the end of it.
No.
Like there's
Personal,
no like
there's no reward when you play a game of solitaire either, other than you won.
right. We might have to think about that.
Unless you play that stupid solitaire game I keep getting fucking ads for that pays you real cash.
Oh my god.
I mean, there could even be like a.
I get so many ads a day.
I
for
made
that shit.
$200 today playing solitaire.
We should. Oh my god. Best side hustles of 2024, and I'm like, I start watching the video. I'm like, fuck. Like, where can I make a little extra?
No, I actually,
Solitaire cash.
there's some dudes like get cash for playing games. I looked it up, and you have to get to like level 100 in like 2 days. And then I started playing the game. I'm like, this is fucking impossible.
It'll take me a year to get to level 100.
You're gonna have to pay to get to level 100, and then by the end of it, you'll make like $2.
I've also never played solitaire in my entire life.
It's fine.
It's a good game. It's whatever.
Here's what we should do. We should make like a blackout bingo card for playing a solo round. And like each square says something different, like make a 15-foot or more putt.
Yeah, we could. So when you're playing solitaire, the card game, it's not you versus you. It's you versus the deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
So because you got to be strategic on if you want to move cards around in there and flip something over, or do you want to draw 3 more, which changes the order in the deck, right? It's you versus the deck. How can we make it you versus the course? Like, since there's some chance involved.
I like bingo.
It would it would take a little bit more. I can't think on my feet right now what that would all look like. Is it? I mean, is it? Go ahead.
You could do like the normal like green regulation, fairway, bogey, par, find a ball,
The classic
Yep.
golf statistics.
hit a tree, hit water. Well, you can also do it with your friends too. So like if we all went 4 of us, I can make a card about like I'm gonna think Ryan's gonna say, "Oh, that one's so close" or something like that, or Tyler's gonna be like, "Oh, you're good." Like and do something with your buddies too.
Yeah, like you're playing blackout bingo. Like who can black out their scorecard? And if multiple people do, then it's whoever does it 1st.
So like I could be like, I know Ryan's gonna just a straight putter throw to the ground, like check.
Yeah,
So you kind of pre-fill it out before the
Yeah.
round.
So you fill out your card, I fill out my card. So we don't have the same card because then you can be like,
and then
okay.
you don't get to
But
see
here's
other people's cards.
The only issue with this is if I have on Ryan's card, he sees that he has his own putter throw. He's just going to throw his putter.
Well, you can't do it for your own.
And okay.
Because if I say you can't do it for like, okay, I think I'm going to throw a
Okay,
cover. I'm
so
gonna do
you're
whatever.
saying like there's none of your own actions on your own card.
I'd say only score. Like if you birdie, you get it like a check.
So
or a
only
par.
good things. So you can't purposely fuck up to fill out anything on your bingo card.
Correct.
Okay, I'm with that because right away I was thinking like, well, if there's bogey on my card, I'm just gonna miss my par putt so I can fill it out on purpose.
Correct.
Or if it's hit a tree on my own bingo card, but if it's Ryan hits a tree,
Yep.
that checks out because he doesn't want me to fill out my spot. Okay,
So yeah,
I can get behind this.
you could do it. You could do it with playing partners, or again, you could do it solo too. Like you can, hey, did I meet my goals for the day playing this solo round? Like 2 birdies, at least 7 pars, no double bogeys. I want to hit 2 greens in regulation on par 3s.
Only
Shit like
lose
that.
1 ball.
Yeah. And
So-
you can fill it out however you want to because everyone's got different goals. Everyone's a different handicap. It would be 3 years ago for me to get 2 birdies in a round would be like, holy shit. You know?
So one other thing we could do solo, you know that card game where you draw it, it's a different rule.
Yep.
You set yourself a goal of 85, 81 or whatever. That's the last thing you shot. You set that as your goal and you play that card game alone. Like, can I beat 81 with all these random rules. So you draw it. The first one, it's like, well, your drive has to be a throw. You have to throw your drive. Like, all right, well, that's at least I'm going to be in the fairway, I hope. And then you get to the next tee box and you draw it. It's like you have to use your 7-iron this whole time. That'd be a way to mix it up. And then it's you versus the course and that deck of cards, not you versus yourself.
I don't know if I'd want to hand throw a drive playing, because again, playing solo, it's sacred.
It would also be hilarious to see a solo throw his drive like as a second party.
The guy like 3 holes over, and he's like, that guy must really fucking hate his driver today.
He gets asked to play through.
Looks like you're having a rough day. Like you're just so pissed at that ball, just slinging it.
Or it's like if you miss 4 fairways on the front 9, you can't use your driver on the back 9.
Yeah, I don't know what those cards say. I've never played the game, but I think that's one of them. I think one of them's like putt with your driver, and I think one of them is like, congratulations, take a mulligan, put this in your pocket. It's a free mulligan whenever you want. So I think it'd be interesting. Like you could just draw really well and it actually helps you, or you could draw really bad and then fuck yourself out of that 81.
Yeah.
So at least it's like something to mix it up by yourself.
Yeah. I would probably prefer to play that with other people, because a solo round is one of the purest rounds of golf you could play.
Yeah, but I thought we were trying to figure out solo games.
Well, yeah, the bingo card. Like you fill out your own bingo. No, I get what you're saying though.
But like then it's like, who wins? In a game of bingo by yourself, you just win.
I still think.
Yeah, but you also like met all your goals for that day.
Oh, so then it's just a goal sheet then. Like I want to get a birdie here.
Yeah, it's not really a bingo card because you're not.
That's
going for,
where
like,
my problem with the bingo thing was, is like a bingo is against other people. Like, all right, I got bingo.
Yes, bingo cards would be more what you guys are saying. Mine, my idea is more so like a 5x5 square table.
Okay,
it's like a Super Bowl board, right, of goals that you have for that round.
Okay,
not bingo is not the right word for it, but. Yep, I get what you're saying.
Okay. Anyone else golf this weekend?
I did. I played Thursday 9 holes and almost holed out from 160 for eagle. Then
shit, dude.
At Osgood, and I was like, okay, well, still don't have an eagle, so that's fine.
Okay, so
Wait, you don't
hang on?
Okay,
I don't have one.
Never gotten an eagle?
Nope. Then Sunday went out.
Tyler's gotten an eagle.
I have 2.
Went out and played.
Tyler
with my
drove
buddies.
it over the green and then chipped in for eagle.
Yep.
Lucky.
He's got 2 eagles
Not to
actually.
brag.
Good for him. I'm glad for you.
I also have 2 eagles. Both were solo eagles in a scramble tournament.
Good for you, Ryan.
We
So
count those
that
for
make-
sure, 'cause
that-
we just use every one of his shots.
That may count like a solo hole in one.
Yeah, I'd say they're comparable.
Kind of, yeah. You have an eagle there.
No, and then
Trevor, did you get an eagle yet or not?
Sunday went out and played with buddies. We played Wolf. So I
Good game. Haven't played that in a while.
Me
it was
either.
great because like I can pick a partner, and if I play like shit, doesn't matter. So get to hole 4 at Edgewood par 5. My one buddy goes, stripes his drive, and then the guy that's Wolf goes, yeah, I'm picking that. And I go, you don't even let me get a chance, dude. I also stripe my drive, and I go, I'm gonna fucking eagle this hole. Fuck you guys. So then get up to my second shot, and I'm waiting for the group to move. Took like 5 minutes, and I'm like, God damn it, I'm gonna top this shit.
Yep.
I just know. Nope. Best shot I've hit, 7 feet from the pin. I go,
For
all
eagle?
right. Yep. Get up there, and my one buddy's like, here, I'll read it for you. I go, no, get the fuck out of here. I don't want your help. I was like, if I lose this, I don't care. Drain the eagle putt, get up like 4
You
points.
drain the eagle putt?
So you've got an eagle?
So you have an eagle.
You
I
got
have
an
one now.
eagle.
Let's go.
Yes,
dude.
Trevor.
Hey.
Tyler's eagle was on a par 4.
My other one was on a par 5.
So
Let's go, Tyler. Fist bump.
then
Visual.
proceeded to still lose Wolf. I fell apart after the.
You won that
You won
hole,
that hole.
though.
I won the hole. Oh yeah, I was up like 12-6 after 9, and then
Hey, who fucking cares? You got an eagle.
Damn. Yeah, you got an eagle.
I know.
All right, next is an albatross.
Nope.
Okay, so what about the hole out from 160?
It was at 7 at Osgood.
The one with the little tree right in front of the green.
No, it was like the one next to the range.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
right.
yep.
Absolutely hooked my drive, and I'm like, God.
Still safe though.
Oh yeah, still safe. Way over to the left. So my two buddies, they're all up there next to the water, and I'm like, all right, well, let's just try to get this on in 2-putt. Best shot, nice little draw coming in, hits, and it literally looks like it lips out. Because I was like, if this is where my like ball mark was, it was like behind the pin, and I'm like, this is insane. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Did you make the birdie putt?
I did.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Fuck
Hell
yeah.
yeah, Trevor.
A lot of minuses on those
I know.
cards this
We're
weekend.
trending the right way. Some holes, other holes we fall apart. It's
Yeah.
just, oh yeah.
Look at us, guys. We're all growing up.
There's a par 5 at Thumper Pond that I played probably the safest you could ever play it, and I still double bogeyed. So
Then there's no reason to play it safe.
Yeah.
no, exactly.
I got go for it every
Yeah.
time.
But also, like I was using the same ball the whole round. That's like I mean, that's something to brag about.
Okay.
You use the same ball the whole round.
So I had something happen to me in my round. It was I wasn't topping my balls. I was hitting unintentional stingers the entire 9 holes, which didn't
With what clubs?
all of them, and it wasn't satisfying at all. But it helped. It was I had like it was at least 20 yards off of every swing, but it was low and it was straight, and I found it every time. I
Well-
hated it because it wasn't fun. It didn't feel pure, but it helped. I didn't lose balls, like you said. I think I ended up losing 1 ball in the water towards the end.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was like all of my bad shots. I was never putting for bogey or double bogey.
The lower you keep it, less room for a miss.
I know, and what
It
was
makes-
that feeling? Like I felt worse hitting that stupid fucking low stinger for 9 holes straight than I did hitting my giant ridiculous hook.
Oh God, I remember
Really?
that.
I felt worse about the low stingers than that.
because you weren't trying to hit.
I wasn't trying to, and it didn't feel like you flushed it, which I wasn't. But it helped me in the round. It was so annoying.
You would rather take the 50-yard hook than a straight ball.
Yeah, because the ball, I just didn't
'Cause the
feel good.
contact
I'm
feels
all
better.
about it. When I hit that hook, it feels pure. I don't know. I was so frustrated,
The
and
hook
Rick was
feels
like,
pure.
"Why are you pissed? Your ball's right there in the middle of the fairway." I'm like, I know, but it got 4 feet off the fucking ground, and it's the 50th time I've done that in a row.
It's the
The only balls that I got off the ground were my chips around the green.
it's the hands. The hands are way forward in front of the ball. We talked about that at Mapleton.
Yeah,
remember?
but I was hitting my irons good at Mapleton the same way that day. I think it's right fucking here.
It's the
think
6 inches between your ears.
Yep. Yep. I think that's what it is. But anyway, I wanted to throw that out there. I played pretty good.
What are you shooting? 42.
41 or 42, I think.
I mean, it's a 82.
Also, a weird thing, I didn't have my phone for the first time golfing in years. Left my phone in the car.
Luckily, you had the day off.
Yep.
Luckily, you had the day off, so you didn't have to worry about getting any work calls or texts.
And
Or,
that was actually my thought process. We had finished the first hole. I'm like, oh shit, I should pull up 18 birdies. And I'm like, I don't have my fucking phone.
so you're just guessing yardages?
I used his phone
Oh, gotcha.
for yardages, but it was kind of nice. Like I didn't have any sort of like day off. Kids are at daycare. Mom's at work. Zero need to have my phone. And it was actually super, super nice. Unplug a little.
That might contribute to having a great solo round.
Yeah. Maybe leave the phone in the car next solo round.
Yeah, get a rangefinder. Like my buddy has like it looks like an Apple Watch. It's not a watch. It's just like the square deal. It's a Garmin
Yep.
so he just like magnetizes it to the cart, and it gives you a front, middle, back on every hole. So you got your distances. You don't need your phone. Oh, dude, come on now.
It's kind of
Fuck, I'm going out
It's a
Friday.
nice move.
I might show up at 5 a.m. at the course, just head out,
Get there at midnight.
camp out.
Yep.
Huh. Okay.
All right. That's all I got for you, folks.
Scotty Scheffler wins again. Good season. Now we're into the offseason. President's Cup coming up.
No.
JT's out of it. It's time we start picking the best golfers in the world instead of the
Best friends.
the good old boys.
Best golfers, not best friends.
That's all I got.
All right. Have a good one, folks. Episode 208. Okay, cool. 205.
We'll see you
All right.
guys next week.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you.